How to multiply decimal numbers? Let's learn that. If we have two decimal numbers, let's say we have 0.1 multiplied by 0.1. Okay, so if you have to multiply these two numbers, let's begin. Write this 0.1 here and then multiplied by 0.1, same as we do in any other cases. Like whenever we have to multiply 23 times 38, let's say. So whatever steps you follow, same thing you have to follow here also. Just what you have to do is, for a moment, just forget these decimal numbers. Simply think like you are multiplying only 1 with 1. Okay, just forget this. So if I multiply 1 with 1, you'll get 1. 1 times 0 is 0. Then 0 times 1 is 0. 0 times 0 is 0. So if you add all these, this will be 1 and 0 and 0. Now take this first decimal point. How many digits do we have after decimal point in this decimal number? We have 1 digit. That is 1. How many digits to the right of this decimal point we have in this number? Again, we have 1. So 1 plus 1, that is, we have total in these two numbers, we have total 2 digits after the decimal point. 2 digits, 1 here and 1 here. So count from this position, from this, starting from the extreme right digit, 1 and 2, because 2 is a count here. So 1 and 2. Just place your decimal point after this number. Okay, so this will be your answer, 0.01. Let's take this one only. If I say that we have to multiply 2.3 and 3.8, okay, just treat it like any other multiplication. 2.3 multiplied by 3.8. okay, for a moment just forget these two decimal points, forget them. Simply multiply. Think that we are multiplying 23 and 38. So 8 times 3 is 24. 2 will be get carried over here, and 8 times 2 is 16, plus 2 is 18, and then 3 times 3 is 9, and 3 times 2 is 6. When you add these, you get 4, 17 here and 8 here. Okay, now look at this decimal point. How many digits do we have right to this decimal point? We have only 1 digit. How many digits do we have to the right of this decimal point? We have again 1. So 1 plus 1 is how many? 2 digits. Starting from here, extreme right digit, 1 and 2. Place your decimal after the second, before the second digit. Okay, so 8.74 will be your answer. Okay, let's take a few more. If we have to multiply 1.25 and times 3.78, let's say this one. Okay, so let's write 1.25 multiplied by 3 times 78, 3.78, and then, so forget for a moment this decimal point. 8 times 4 is this 0 here, 4 get carried over here, 8 to 16 plus 4 is 20, 2 get carried over here, 8 times 1 is 8 plus 2, so this is 1000 gone here. 7 times 5 is 35, 3 get carried over, 7 to 14 and 17, 1 carried over here, 7 times 1 is 7 and then 8. 3 times 5 is 15, 3 times 2 is 6 plus 1 is 7, and 3 times 1 is 3. Okay, Now you have to add these. 0, 5, 12, 1 got carried over here, 8 plus 1, 9 plus 1, 10, 17, and this is 4. Okay. Look at this decimal point. How many digits do we have to the right of this decimal point? 1 and 2. 2 digits in this case. How many digits do we have to the right of this decimal point? 1 and 2 again. So total 4 digits. Total 4 digits. Starting from here. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Just before the 4th digit, place your decimal here. So 4.7250 will be the answer. Let's take one more. If we have 2.7389 multiplied by 0.23. Okay, so write it down here. 2.7389, right? And then multiplied by, this is 0.23, right? So 0, 2, 3 and your decimal here. Okay, 2.7389, then 3, 2 and 0, and this place your decimal here. Just treat like you treat any other multiplication, because had it been like 27389 multiplied by 23, so you write 27389 multiplied by 23, right? Then you would perform it. Same thing here, but only we have decimal here. Let's go. For a moment, forget these two decimal points. 3 times 9 is 27. 2 got carried over here. 3, 8, 24 plus 2 is 26. 2 got carried over here. 3 times 3 is 9 plus 2 is 11. 1 got carried over here. 3 times 7 is 21. Then 22. 2 got carried over here. 8. 2, 9 is 18. 1 carried over here. 2 times 8 is 16 plus 1 is 17. 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1 is 7. 2 times 7 is 14 and 1 got carried over here to 2 to 4 and 5. Then since it is 0, you can leave it because that's of no use, or everything will come 0. So then you have to add it. 7, 14, 9, again 9, 12 and 6. Okay, now how many digits do we have to the right of this decimal point? 1, 2, 3 and 4. How many digits do we have to the right of this decimal point? You have 2, so this is 2. 4 plus 2 is 6. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So you have to place your decimal point just here. Now since you are placing decimal point here, you can put a 0 here. So 0.629947 will be the answer. So this is a way to multiply. Okay. What if it was 1 times 0.89? No issues. You can proceed on. Like first you can write this one. So this is 0.89, right? And then multiplied by 1. So this will be 9, 8 and 0. How many digits we have? 2. So point like this. Okay. If it was, let's say, what can we take? Let's make it 10 times 0.89. So 0.89 multiplied with 10, right? So 0 times 9 is 0. 0, 8 is 0. 0 is 0. 1 times 9 is 9. 1 times 8 is 8. 1 times 0 is 0. Okay. How many digits do we have to the right of this decimal number? We have 2, right? So 1 and we have 2. So first we have to add this one: 0, 9, 8 and 0. So 2, starting from here, 1 and 2. Place your decimal point here. So answer will be 0. since we don't need to write 0 here, this one. So 8.90, or simply you can write it as 8.9, because this 0 tells us that at the hundreds place we have 0 only, so no need to write that. Okay, so this is the way to multiply, perform multiplication involving decimal numbers.